Hello, good evening. It's quite late. I just had dinner. Um, I make dinner in a very different way from my mother. I mean, I don't. I really. It's probably like burger, and you just like if you don't have time, you don't or it's called kind of like sausage in a way. I don't know what to say, but it's not in the way that Japanese people usually cook sausage or burger, but I just like kind of like arrange it with bread, and that's it. Yeah, and actually I had to do it because my dogs were hungry, and one of my dogs have has cancer, and I just want her to live happily because she is not young and she's more than 13 years old right now. So I just feed her whatever she wants to eat whenever she wants to eat, and I just want her to be happy. And she's sleeping in my bed most of the day. So, but anyway, good evening. So, this is Hannah Klein. Welcome to my podcast, Hannah Klein's Time. And please be sure to download my episode. Also, introduce my podcast to your friends. Please visit my homepage, which is https://officialhannahklein.com, and read my updates. There are updates of my podcast episodes as well. You can read them. So I was this is kind of bitter maybe topic to talk about and dark joke in a way. Well, Japanese people are now talking about the lavish spending of Prime Minister Ishiba. I don't know what to say, but there's a pretty much difference between the Japanese politicians and the Western politicians. And my friends have met a lot of lawmakers, politicians, president, head of the states. And they are very, very gentlemen, or I have to say, not, modest is a very rude way to say. And so I would say they were very generous and gentle-minded people to my friends. And that I have heard a lot of friends from my late friend, and the reason why I talk about this is that I finally decided to talk about this. But there's a curator from Tikati Museum in Haifa, Israel. She's coming to Japan, and she is going to bring the wooden toys and tops that she would like to arrange for the display in May, and I really have to be in a hurry and take photos. But actually, I have some ideas about what kind of arrangement I would like to offer for just May, because it's in a hurry and I cannot bring all the collection. It's more than 100 wooden toys and tops that I had collected. I don't know. Maybe I think back my childhood, and I feel very fortunate. I did not like games. I did not like computer games, or I just really liked to write things. And then what I really liked, another thing, was this toy. You cannot probably imagine how much I like this toy, but I really, really like the toy because, well, he displays tops and wooden toys for sales, but the toys that I have collected is something else that he has created upon my requests. So there are a lot of wooden toys that he created out of his imagination, and sometimes I asked for the traditional style that he has created. Um, I don't know. I asked for many things, and he was always like making something for me. And it's not. It's very sad. And I just feel that I miss some part of my life. And I look at the internet, and I'm really sorry to say, but the online information on the internet about Mr. Huri is just horrific and no respect. And I have written actually an ebook about him. If you would like, it's available on Amazon, US or Japan in English. The reason why I wrote in English was that he has a lot of memories outside Japan, and he wanted to travel and see the world. So maybe, I mean, he's a very wonder person. Like, um, he gives me a lot to think all the time. It's not about his the people or famous people that he has met. It's just he himself um, was very, very charming. Yes, he was very charming, and I really have to say that I just have lost so many people in my life, and um, yeah, I really have to say this properly. Uh, I had a second mother like person, and she was supposed to come to Japan. A few days before she was coming to Japan, I had a conversation with her, and she started to say that she had to cancel the trip. It was actually just less than a week after that she passed away. I I cannot imagine how much pain I felt. It's not something like sadness, but it was like time has really stopped. And I needed time to think of a lot of things. For example, like um, I was asking her a lot about English too, and it was not about English, but life, life advisor, mentor, and also she was helping me cook. So I was like, she was calling herself a terrible cook, and inherited that part. And like, I eat something sometimes. I like really like jelly sandwich. Japanese people don't eat it, and like cheese and just bread or something, or just macaroni and just some sprinkles of like cheese and some vegetables, and that's it. It's like, yeah, probably my cooking's terrible. Um, Tonight's dinner was about the same. Um, and, but anyway, I felt so much pain for a long time, and I just had to stay away from people really and think. Um, and and Mr. Huri is his name. The late Mr. Huri. Well, he was this wonder person that I'm talking about, and he's the name of the craftsman. He has been to 37 countries, and he has been invited to the Navy base in Japan. Um, I really, uh, I just, well, he tried to understand other people's pain. You know, probably that's the part that I could understand very well. Like, he has been to Arlington Cemetery. You know, he was in Tokyo on March 10th. People say something devastating and just be subjective, but I really, really do not like it. And my grandmother also experienced bombings. So I don't understand people who just try to be subjective and just, try not to listen to other people. That's something just sad. I really would say that. But he met young soldiers, officers in the Navy base in Japan. He was not able to speak English, but he was communicating through the tops and wooden toys that he created. He was very good at it. He always tried it all the time when he visited countries. That's what he did. And um, so it's a wonder and pleasure that are in the tops. It's not just a wooden toy or object, but it's a memory for me. And I'm not donating. It's a present and a gift for children of Israel. And they are going to grow up in Israel. Um, the next generation, the next generation. There will be Israel all the time. I talked about this with a little bit with Colonel Ransomere. Well, I will invite him again. I will make him busy. He's a very interesting person, intelligent, humorous, and I think that it's important to know humanity at the very bottom line. And I really, really, I don't know. I have made Jewish friends throughout my life. And if anyone denies Jewish or Israel, I just cannot tolerate it. And that's it. It's very simple. Israel is Israel. And so I am going to it's Israel at war. Okay. There was a picture of a boy in daddy's uniform. His father honorary sacrificed himself in the war. I could not write about him, the boy. Why? I mean, I was talking with this Major Granger. You know what? My friend's children are in the same age. What do you think? If it's an intolerable pain that I feel for this Israeli child. I mean, he lost his father. I mean, how do you feel? Okay. There are a lot of soldiers and female soldiers who lost their legs, and they, well, the reason why, I mean, it's a gift for Israeli people or children, is that it's a long, long relationship, and that's why. I mean, there's no special reason, and also Jewish people are very, very special. So I I am very I feel very special for Israeli children, and they're the future of the nation, and they have to be that way. And I I really hope that they enjoy, and also Mr. Huri wanted to travel, so his top is going to travel to Israel. And that's one of the places I was supposed to visit with him as well. And I could not visit him because of the war. It was a very, very sad time. I should have asked his Israeli friend's name because I could visit him, possibly. But it's 20 years. I cannot believe it, but it has been 20 years since I thought of it. I always thought of it, and then I started to meet more Israeli people. I cannot tell who, but I just cannot imagine how much friendliness and just pure something that I just cannot express. But anyway, it's not about, I'm not trying to be judgmental, but it's just simply a gift. And Israeli people is going through painful time now. And my friend Barry is, he lives in America. He lives in Israel, and he is a vice president of International Christian Embassy, Jerusalem. He has lost his friends as well, and I know a person who has been advocating for the hostages. He's a lawyer, and he has all the name of the list of the hostages. So I just could not say this for a long time, but I wrote about this, the lawyer, and also I wrote about Barry, because they both got threats from Hamas, and I just think that thinking of that, watching the Japanese news, it's like insane. I'm sorry to say this, but what's Al Jazeera, huh? They're insane, disgusting people. The media, the Japanese media I'm talking about, and those people who advise them to speak, the Arabic researchers. So, anyway, I am going to invite. Okay, it's not something that I am going to do for something, but I feel the pain, that the same pain that I have experienced throughout my life. And October 7th, that was very something. It was shocking, and I think it changed my life in a way. Like, if they're not to, I just decided not to be like just have distance from friends who do not feel pain of Israeli people. I mean, my friends, they're my friends who serve in the military, they are so sorry for October 7th, of course. I mean, how come? Okay? Major Granger too, Monty, he's so he understands the pain. So tomorrow I have a special guest, but I'm not sure if this person is going to speak or not, or uh, just I will be writing a blog post article. I'm not sure, but I will be introducing a person. And my podcast ultimately is not about promoting, and it's something very well, it's this is something that's going to last as long as I do, and also it's going to be recorded, meaning that I will be able to listen to it anytime, and anyone can listen to it anytime. So I have to think, of course, and um, I want to arrange in a way that I can manage in the best way I can, and it's not just about. I would say that well, Japanese media is wrong about UNRWA, and also the UNRWA Japanese chief is lying. So I am going to invite Dr. Einat Wilf. I have to. I told her about my mother's leg surgery, and that's why like I'm just cooking sad dinner, like terrible. If my mother sees it, like she's gonna be like, no. But I have to cook it. Like it's like 11 or something, but whatever. Um. So Dr. Einat Wilf, I'll be having conversation with her and interviewing her in April probably. So I will be arranging time with her, and also I would like to introduce some of the researchers whom I know of regarding Arabs, like Palestinians, and um, they're Israeli people researching on Palestinians. But anyway, there is no such thing as genocide, as Colonel John Spencer points out. There is no genocide. And Al Qaeda, Major Granger said, has a line of how to lie, the instructions, and how to lie to people and pretend to be the victims. And they hurt people. I have a lot of probably anger in that as well. I cannot it's inexpressible for me to just exactly say what makes me angry, but there are so many things that had been going through during Iraq and Afghanistan, and that's it. And then there was this devastating thing, and happened in Afghanistan in the last administration, and I really feel the pain of Israeli children losing their father or mother because of the war. And ultimately, they could be service members, but they could be the family members or the civilians at Nova Music Festival or like kibbutz that was brutally attacked by the Gazans, civilians, and Hamas. Like they poured into Israel. I I just probably I'm not crazy. well probably I should say that I'm not crazy. But I I have to say that the UN is inexpressibly corrupt. It's I was talking with a friend in Europe, and he has whatever, he has a family, but he was when he was talking about the UN, he started to say, "Well, they're paid by Russia and China and all the worst countries in the world, right?" That's how that works. And Israel is always targeted. So what? Huh? I was just tomorrow anyway is I will invite a special person, and then I will think about next week, but I have been very busy, and also my mother's surgery went well, and so she's now on the recovery, but it's gonna take a while, and probably I have a lot of schedules, and also I have a lot that I want to do. So anyway, I would like to arrange my podcast in a way that I would like. So please download my podcast, and please be sure to listen to my podcast. And I will upload my terrible cooking tonight. Please enjoy the terrible cooking, and please download my podcast. And also visit my homepage. Anyway, it's Purim, so happy Purim, Shabbat Shalom in the United States. Well, it's Shabbat Shalom still in Israel. Anyway, I hope that you have a good day and good night.